Good
Hey, Coach.
afternoon, gentlemen, ladies
Hey,
and
Coach.
gentlemen.
Good to
Hey,
see
how
you.
we doing?
Doing well, thank you. Hope you are. We'll go right back to Ross Martin.
Hey, Coach Porter, great to see you. I was wondering what's going on behind Ty Chandler. Like, what do you want from that group? What are you looking for to kind of claim those spots behind what we think is Ty Chandler as a starter, and maybe some names of guys that are standing out and what they're doing well?
Well, in terms of Ty, I thought our team did a great job of extending the hand of brotherhood, meaning just accepting him and embracing him for who he is. I think that has allowed him to be comfortable and truly become the best version of himself. In terms of what's behind him, you guys know Coach Longo, his theme is don't blink. So we play with a tremendous amount of tempo. And in order to do that, obviously, we're going to need some other guys. And so every day we're pushing every single guy within that room to truly play at a high standard. And through that process, we can get 2 or 3 extra guys that are, in position to play. So that's kind of where we are. I think, obviously, we have 2 experienced guys in British and Josh. We also have a young guy, some young guys in terms of Elijah, DJ, and Caleb Hood. And things are starting to sort themselves out. I'm truly looking forward to this Saturday when we get an opportunity to scrimmage. And I think that's going to be separation Saturday for a lot of guys. So things are pointing towards Saturday from the standpoint of us truly starting to divide the depth chart and getting ready for preparation for our first game.
Okay, let's go over to Greg Barnes.
Hey, Coach, wanted to dive into Ty a little bit. I know he arrived before you took this job, but kind of what was your familiarity with him beforehand, maybe on the recruiting trail years ago, if at all? And then once you kind of got your hands on him in spring, what did you like about him? How's he performed throughout the offseason, those kind of things?
Well, before I got here, I've had a little experience with Chai, being that we had played Tennessee once, I believe, and from that regard, just kind of watched him over on the sideline. I know me personally, I didn't do any recruiting, but once I got here, just to meet him, just his maturity and his experience and his approach to this opportunity was phenomenal. I thought he brought a lot of wisdom to the group. And again, just the chemistry and the continuity in the way that he allowed himself to fit in, I thought was a seamless transition. So very excited about the way that he's handled himself up to this point. I think he's working extremely hard, also with the help of his teammates, just giving him the confidence he needs to truly become capable of what he can become and being a vital part of what we do offensively.
Coach Brown has said a number of times that Ty is valuable because he has played the big games against Alabama and Georgia and those types of teams. Some of these other guys haven't. How much can you coach some of the other guys to be prepared for those moments, or can you? Is it just a situation where they have to get into those experiences to be able to understand it and appreciate it?
Right. So, Greg, I believe there's no substitute for experience. So regardless of what position you're playing, experience is a very, very valuable tool. And especially going into your first game. And so that alone has a lot of value in it. We also have 2 other guys in Josh and British who have experience. And so as much of that we have on one hand is good, but also some of these young guys who put themselves in the mix for playing, what we have to do is continue to get them reps and show them things that they may have not been exposed to, but also play to their strengths as we head into this first game. And obviously, as we get going through out the season, that experience from the first game will lead to being more comfortable the second game, and so on as we progress through the season. So experience is a tremendous factor, especially in the first game.
Thank you.
Okay, Dina King, go ahead.
Hey, Coach Porter, how are you doing?
Well, Dina, how are you?
I'm doing good. My question is regarding Caleb Hood. He came in at UNC, one of the best athletes in North Carolina, switched position. How is he progressing at running back, and what do you think his strengths are?
He's not disappointed us. He's been a pleasant surprise. He's trending upward in a very, very fast way. He's a young man from day one. He came in and completely understood what he needs to do to put himself in position to play, which is learn the offense. And he was very, very aggressive in doing so. And so as the spring begun, and we got going, you can tell that, he had really been studying because his mistakes were very, very minimal, but also it was the experience that was lacking. And he's gained confidence as he's gotten more experience in just, each run, each protection, each passing concept. And I think that, going forward, from a future standpoint, that he's going to be, a joy to watch. I really do believe that. And we're very, very happy to have him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Coe, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. So Ty has mentioned to us, and a couple of his teammates have said this as well, that he's kind of a quiet guy, a little more reserved. How have you connected with him so far after meeting him in the spring and so far in practice, since he is a bit more of a quiet guy?
Absolutely, Michael. He's reserved. He is quiet, but he does answer questions. So, just going to lunch or dinner and, and seeing him over there in the calf and just talking with him and just trying to learn more about him, as I have every single guy we have in our room. As you learn more about him, and because I think each guy comes from a different set of circumstances and issues. And so how do you put yourself in position as a coach and a mentor to serve them and continue to help them grow, not only as a football player, but as a person? You have to get to know them. And, obviously with me being new, I've had to do that for each and every guy. And so Ty is no different. And that's just been my approach. And in doing so, as I learn more, I'm able to approach him in a way that allows him to grow, understand what he needs, and also feed him from that perspective as well. But it's been an easy transition in terms of getting to know him, because he'll talk to you. You just got to ask him questions.
And since he is only here for one season, what do you hope to accomplish with him personally by year's end?
At the end of the day, we would love for him to be the best back in this conference. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Andrew Jones.
Hey, Coach, the running backs played a pretty big part of the passing game the last couple of years. I believe Michael and Javonte each caught 25 balls last year. What do you see as the potential from this group as being a part of the passing game?
Well, you guys know Coach Longo. He's going to throw it as long as it's left on the ball. So as a group, he's given us an opportunity and put us in some situation to, one, identify the personnel that can truly help us in the pass game, but also grow them as well. So as long as we continue from that perspective, I think that they'll be a very vital part in the passing game.
Also, as far as pass protection goes, I know Mac mentioned that's one of the reasons you guys brought in Ty, because he's done it for a while. Where are the other guys with respect to pass protection?
That is a great question, Andrew, because that's a very, very important piece to what we do here. And really, from a running back perspective, it's very, very vital if you want to see the field. But coming out of spring, if you'd ask me that question, I'll tell you that's still, I'm still in the process of evaluating that. But through 7 practices, I'm starting to get an idea of who can and who can't, and what I need to do to address each guy to continue to improve their pass protection. Because if you're going to play running back, that's something that's mandatory, that's non-negotiable. And each guy has taken the challenge, and we just continue to, one, drill it in individual, but also put them in situations to expose them to see how they handle it. And I'm at this point, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm satisfied, but we are making progress.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
CL Brown, go ahead.
Coach Porter, hi. I was wondering if you could kind of update us on the progress DJ Jones has made. I know he was kind of beat up a little bit with some injuries at the end of last year. What have you seen out of him in fall camp so far?
Obviously, the first thing is CL is to get him out there to the field and keep him healthy. And to this point, he's practiced basically every day. So that's the foundation. And he's also gotten better each and every day and each and every practice, I've seen something that I hadn't seen. So as long as we can continue to see that and continue to get him to trend upwards, I think his future can be bright as well. But he has practice. We're enjoying that. And I think because he's practicing every day, you can kind of see the growth.
And I was also curious, Coach Brown has talked about special teams this year, wanting special teams to be at a level where it can win games. I wasn't sure what the breakup is, with you and Coach DeWitt in terms of how you guys are handling it. If you could just kind of expound on what you're bringing to the special teams.
Absolutely. Well, in terms of what I'm bringing, I think it's the experience of being a special teams coordinator, really here, as well as my last stop. In terms of how we're breaking it up, obviously, Coach DeWitt is still the special teams coordinator. He heads it all. He's given me an opportunity to help him with kickoff return and be the lead coach there, which I'm very grateful for. But the approach, Coach Brown has made a tremendous emphasis on special teams, and we challenge these guys, not just our players, but coaches and everybody involved, to turn it up a notch. And I think as we take the field this fall, you'll start to see the difference as we go forward. But that's about it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Our last one for Coach will come from Isaiah Lucas.
Hey, Coach. Just wanted a couple of thoughts on Kamara Evans. Excuse me.
Yes, Isaiah. Kamara has come in, and again, it was June, and he was the only guy that reported in our room, and that's the beauty of this group, not just our running back group, but this team. These guys have done a tremendous job of welcoming, embracing, and accepting guys, and they've done the same for Kamara here, and kind of taking them under his wings. And when we were going through the summer, he would go back and forth to different guys to try to put himself in position to learn the offense. And as we've gotten going in each and every practice, me specifically just trying to expose him to, again, just different aspects of our offense, so where he can grow and be comfortable. And he has gotten to the point to where he's starting to get comfortable. But it is a process. But his approach right now is one that if he continues to stay aggressive, he'll learn and put himself in position to grow. And then from there, we'll see exactly where he fits.
Coach, thanks for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you as well, Mark. And you ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a great evening.
Okay, you too, sir.